Welcome.
I can't.
Tom, we came to you. Welcome, Tennessee Bell this morning. Right here on WTMB. It's Halloween. And for Halloween, Joe is not going to be hosting today. They wanted to get a real player in here, as you can see by my hat. So I'm sitting here with his lovely wife, the very lovely Kim. And so we've got a show for you today, folks. You just say, got problems with my
Paula
tape.
didn't.
My Paula didn't, ain't Paula didn't. It ain't working. But, so we got a real good show for you today, and I'm going to be real serious for you right now. I met Kim and Joe many, many, many years ago. We're Dolphin friends together. We all worship the dolphin together. And we met.
What does that say about the dolphin?
Well, let me just stop this back up there now, okay, sweetheart. Now, don't go taking over on my time when Joe's asked me to come see it in.
All right.
So we, and my story, got my story all messed up. So we met at this place where we all go to watch the ball games on Sundays, how we met. It's, well, for lack of a better word, it's a bar. And, you know, they do a lot of drinking and smoking in there. Of course, I don't drink or smoke, but so I met Joe and Kim, and we've been fast friends ever since. Joe and I, we go hunting together, and we go fishing together, and that kind of thing. And Kim and I never really done anything together, other than this right now, right here. But I love them to death. I just love them. They have good hearts. Joe's probably one of the nicest men I've ever met. Not to mention one of the best looking men I've ever seen. I ain't that way or anything like that, but you just see a good looking man, you gotta say it. Now I say a good looking man when I look at him, so I say it. But we've got a great show for you. I know in the past you've had Ron Moore on.
Yes, and
Ron. Now, is Ron Moore a player?
Yeah, Ron is a player. He is the original player.
See,
you are a player. I mean, you know,
well, thank you
George
Chester.
Chester
Rutledge Leon Bowman, what they call me.
Okay,
CRLB, some people like to refer to me CRLB, but I prefer Chester. But go ahead.
We're glad to have you today.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
You just made my day, and
you are so lovely. I can't even hardly stand it.
I could just take this off. I'm good now because I know who
Are you good?
I'm good. I just, you know, I was.
Is this okay for me to sit like this?
Thinking maybe you wanted a princess, so I'm all good. But we have a great show today, Joe. Joe. Chester. Chester.
Go ahead. It's Halloween.
We didn't talk about this. He's supposed to tell me if he's going to do something
Halloween
like this.
Go ahead.
So Chester,
yes,
I'm glad you're in here for Joe. I know he's getting ready for the block party tonight. The block party. We're going to be out there. Now it starts at 5 o'clock. But now why am I talking like you?
Because I don't know. Because I rub off on a lot of people. Everybody wants to be like me.
I know. But today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. Tonight, the block party does start at 5 o'clock for the kids to start out on Treat Street and also Sitting Area, and all down in the areas. All the booths will be open. And then we will be there, not Chester, or maybe, who knows, Chester.
Who knows? I may show up. I'm everywhere.
He's everywhere. Yes, he is. Anywho, we will be there at 7 o'clock tonight on the corner there of Broad. And is that... what is that right there going through there? Is that First?
That right there, that street right there.
We're second.
Right there.
It's the one right in front of Stampers. We'll be right across the street from Stampers. Over there on the corner on the Broad Street side. And so come by and see us. Joe will be interviewing everyone like he does for 3 hours. So come by in your costume, bring your pets. We love to see your pets. Anything that you guys want to talk about, come see us tonight at the block party. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. It's going to be a little chilly this week, and I like it better. Yeah. I mean, I do. I like it better.
Well, you know what they say, sweetheart. Chili today, hot tamale. I just made that up. That's not nothing what they said. It's just me. I just made that up right there. So TMB will be live there, which is going to be wonderful. We'll have a lot of exciting guests, I'm sure, will show up and stop by.
That's right.
I may come by there. But again, I just want to say that I'm just so happy to be here with y'all today and being on this show and everything like that. And like I said, I'm a player. Now, I'm a player. But when I went to get the hat done, I said player, and the guy put player. You know, I'm saying player, and that doesn't sound right because I'm not a player, I'm a player. So I have a way with the women.
You do.
They just love me, and I love them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I sit like a woman now. Sometimes I sit like this, which is kind of like a woman. But it's comfortable for my legs. So that's why I do it. It's not because I'm a woman or anything like that, or I want to be a woman. It's just that I like to sit like this.
Right. Well, you know, let me tell you who else is coming on.
Who else is coming on? I'm sorry.
I know it's all about you and how you sit in your legs.
First time that I've ever been on the show.
I know.
Go ahead.
I know. I'm sorry, honey. Not dear.
That's right.
Well, you're a playa. I'm sorry, playa. I'm sorry, playa. But we have North Lee Elementary School here, the PTO representing. We've got Julia Brooks and Kim Isoa. I don't know if I've got that right. Isoa, I think. Isoa is right, and they are part of the PTO group there at North Lee Elementary School, and they have their Ram Jam on Friday night, and they're coming to tell us a little bit about their largest fundraiser of the year. And also, Reba Terry is going to be here from the Caring Place. That place does a wonderful job. Reba's always a great inspiration every time she's here. And then Ron Moore will be here, and then I'll have two players in one place, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Are the women going to have a hard time deciding between me and Ron?
And so, guys, go get another cup of coffee. And Chester, can you maybe go get a cup of coffee, and I'm going to talk to North Lee, and then you'll come back and chat with us.
That sounds like a winner.
I am so glad you are here.
I'm so glad to be here. I love this kind of stuff.
I know, it is great. We are going to have a great time. So go get a cup of coffee, come back right here and with Tennessee Valley this morning.
Happy Halloween, everybody. I'll see you in just a few.
Great local sports right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television. Keep up to date on all your Walker Valley sports news Wednesdays with the Walker Valley Sports Zone. Get a behind-the-scenes look at all the local high school area football with the pregame Thursdays at 10. And it's a Friday night tradition. Football Friday, every Friday night at 11 o'clock. Right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
All right, and welcome back to Tennessee Valley this morning. Mr. Chester He went to go be a playa somewhere out in the back, and he's going to chat with the women, I'm sure. But in the meantime, I am so glad to have North Lee Elementary School here this morning. Thank you guys for getting up and being here early this morning. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And it's Halloween. Are you guys ready for tonight? Yeah. Are you ready? All right. Good for you. Good for you. I have the PTO. I think that Kim, you are actually the chairman or whatever, the president. Is that right?
Yes.
Of the PTO there, and you are her helper, and you guys have got a great thing going on Friday night, right? What's going on? Tell me a little bit about it.
We do. We have the Ram Jam coming up. It's Friday night. We're just really excited about it. We have so many things planned. We have several games that will be available for the kids to play, some of them homemade that have been made this year. We also have a photo booth that's going to be there. Several things.
There's going to be a great silent auction with over 50 items.
Oh, wow.
Each classroom has donated a classroom basket, whether it's a gift card basket or it might be everything for your dog or cat.
Right.
All the way to a car care kit. And then we'll have certain awesome items like our league camps.
Okay.
And Cleveland State camps and different sports memorabilia signed and those types of things.
Well, those are great. I mean, the camps are really, if you got kids, woohoo! It's camp. Yeah, love camp, you know. But as a kid, I loved camp. I loved camp. I was actually telling them before that I'm an actual alumni from North Lee Elementary School. That was in the 60s. And so, dating myself here, I know I look much younger, especially with the camera way up there. But anyway, it is a wonderful thing, and they have what they call their Ram Jam, and that will be going on now. What time does it start on Friday night?
It starts at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And armbands are on sale now for $20.
Oh, wow.
And then at the door, it'll be $25. And they can purchase dinner for $3 for kids, $5 for adults. It'll be chili, hot dogs, all kinds of other items like corn dogs and things. And then with the armband, it gets them in every game.
Okay.
And we have tons of jumpies and all the games. And then anything else that they would like to add, like let's say the photo booth will be extra.
Right, okay.
And the auction will be extra.
And the auction. Okay, and there's nothing better than one of those jumpy things for your kids on a Friday night. I mean, you know, hit there about 5 o'clock. You got about 2-3 hours to just let them jump and eat last.
Right.
Eat last, but then to jump, and that's a great way to tire them out. Those things are a lot of fun even for adults, but you know, one at a time or two. But the kids have a great time in those. Those are really good things. So you have several of those that are going to be set up. Is there anybody in particular doing those, Junction, or are you just doing those, renting those separately?
We're renting them separately.
Good for you.
We also have a campfire this year,
okay,
which we're really looking forward to. We have little baggies that you can buy with to roast s'mores and
to
do
make
all
some
that.
s'mores.
And a hayride as well.
Oh wow! See, that's great. Now, is that included in the price of the band, or is that going to be
sure
extra?
Is.
Okay, so
that's
you get
included.
the campfire, you can make s'mores, guys can go on a hayride. There's going to be a lot to do out at North Lee. Now, what are you guys looking for as your fundraiser? What kind of projects have you supported in the past, and what are you guys doing out at North Lee?
Well, what we've done in the past with a lot of the money raised, this is our biggest fall fundraiser. We have contributed money to our walking track that's now there.
Okay.
And then we're continuing with some recycling efforts within partners in the city and the county. And then also we have contributed to technology improvements and updates in the school and many things, you know, we don't know how much they cost until we find out prices.
Until you actually get there, and you have to raise the money for it. Everybody knows in my day it was the PTA, and there was a song about that somewhere, I believe, a country song about the Harper Valley PTA. But now it's the PTO, and they do lots of really great things for the local school to help the kids learn how to get involved in the community in a lot of ways, like the recycling, you know, efforts that are there that when we teach them at this age, by the time they get to be our age or even your age, that it's not so foreign. I mean, because when it came into my life, it was like, what? You know? And we lived in Florida for a while to where it was mandatory in some areas, and you had to take the labels off of all of your jars, you know, and it was like, well, this is America, it's my Constitution. But when you start at this age and they start getting involved in that, it's not like, what? You know, we don't need to do that. Yes, we do. Yes, we do need to do that. Now, North Lee, for everybody, it's out on North Lee Highway. It's right there. What is the tire? Is there a tire place or a place there?
Cleveland Tire.
Cleveland Tire. That's right. Cleveland Tire is right there on the corner. You make a left, go up there. It's starting about 5 o'clock, and they're going to have all kinds of things to do. Now, what's going in the raffle is this guy? Tell us a little bit about the raffle.
This is actually for our students to win. We had raffle tickets that are on sale right now. Actually, they're $5 a piece.
Okay.
But there's 2 great things that you can choose from. So you can either choose to go on the raffle for a big trampoline, or we have an iPad 2.
Oh.
So if you'd like to buy these, you can visit our main office right on campus, and we can sell those to you. And then that raffle will be that night, and you do not have to be there to win.
To win. So if you're wanting an iPad, guys, this is the way to do it, I guess. Now, how much is a raffle ticket?
They're $5 each.
Okay, $5
and you can just mark right on here which one you'd like, the iPad or the trampoline, and we will contact you. Your phone number right here. We'll let you know if you won.
Okay, and so the bear is for the students.
For the students,
okay,
yes.
It's for the students. So have you guys been bugging your mom and dad to buy tickets because you want this? I mean, it looks like you've already claimed this thing. I mean, you're just, you know, sitting easy, kicked back. I mean, it's like, you know, it's already mine, but you may have to give it up there, buddy. But I'm sure that's been a great thing, too. The kids,
it has been. We've had it in the cafeteria. They've actually asked us to remove it because the kids were so excited. They were getting a little rambunctious during lunch.
Well, it's heavy. I mean, when I was going to try to move it a while ago, I was like, I had to have Chester, being the gentleman and the player that he is, he had to come by and help me move this, but he's heavy and he is as soft as he could be. I mean, I'm telling you, I believe I could take one of these guys anyway, probably not all 3 of them together, but if you win, I might could take you and steal this from me. What do you think? He's like, no, my mom's big. She'll get you. She'll whip you. So, but that's a lot of fun. I mean, the carnivals, theirs is called the Ram Jam, and you're going to have games. And you're going to have, what kind of games? Have you got any, I mean, particular that you think is going to be the big line? Where's the big line going to be?
Well, the kids always love everything from the ring toss to the putt-putt. I'm sure putt-putt's going to have, and then our cakewalk, you'll have some kids that will just do cakewalk over and over and over, and then they'll be going home with 5, 6, 7 cakes that night.
Fun, It's always good, but there's nothing like homemade cake, though. I mean, I love the bake sales. That's what I love to go to all of these things for, is the bake sales, because very seldom do I ever do the from scratch thing, you know.
Yes.
You know, I'm really good at buying something and putting it in a container from my house, and then the flour all over the face and stuff. So I'm always excited to get to be with a bake sale and to get some homemade goodies. Well, guys, I hope you have a good session. And is there anything else you want to tell us about? I mean, you're welcome to you know, tell the people to come out and
we would love for anyone to come. You do not have to be a student of North Lee. Families are welcome. It will be just a great night. The weather is looking great. I know. We'll take that. And we're just excited this year.
Well, and we're excited too because different clubs are helping. Our Beta Club is going to have a bake sale out there too and raise money. And also there's going to be some amazing live auction items that we haven't mentioned yet. There's going to be a weekend getaway to Pigeon Forge. And also we're going to live auction off an iPod Touch and some of our Tennessee Titan items and things like that. So
those are really good. The silent auctions are always a fun thing to do. And then when you get people actually bidding on stuff that's actually there, it can get great. So those are some great. I mean, just the weekend alone, you know, up into Pigeon Forge in the Gatlinburg area is it's a wonderful time of year to go, first and foremostly. And we're doing the crispy thing early this year. I mean, for the past couple of years, it's been hot. I mean, on Halloween, it's just been miserable. But it looks like it's going to be crisp and it's going to be nice for tonight as far as that goes. And by Friday night, you guys will have a great night out there. And then a weekend up in the Smokies would be great. And then an iPod, right? Did you say? Or an iPad? A touch. Oh, well, then. So, I mean, and you guys could probably figure that out before I could ever even turn the stupid thing on. I mean, I'm on the cusp, you know?
Yes.
But my phone is much smarter than I am. So there you go. So you're going to have a live auction. You're going to have games. You're going to have food. That will cost you extra, $3 for kids and $5 for adults to be able to eat. But that's hot dogs and chili and a drink, I'm sure. And then you're going to have a hayride that's not extra. Right?
It's included.
Okay, and then also there's a bonfire that you can make s'mores, or campfire, let's put it that way, the s'mores. And then you've got all kinds of games, and it's $20, right, if they come now to get a ticket on armband, and they can come to the North Lee Elementary School office and get a band.
And the parents don't have to have a band. The bands are mainly for the kids and whoever wants to ride the rides and play the games. So if the parents want to, that's fine, but most of the kids just pay the armband and the parents just go around with them, let them have a great night.
With them and have them do it. So it's really kind of a family band in a sense. So when you come in, so the whole family can go and have a good time and to be there. And just lots of games going on, food going on, fire. You got fire, you got food, you got, you know.
A lot of fun.
And a lot of fun going on. And these great ladies will be out there. And it's for a great cause. I mean, North Lee has been here for a long time. I mean, I'm living proof. And so you guys make sure that you go out there. Again, the time?
5 to 9.
5 to 9.
On Friday night, November the 2nd.
All right, guys. So
we hope to see you there. Come on.
I know. Going out to North Lee on Friday night about 5 o'clock. You can feed your kids out. You can get them desserts and a s'more, and then you can have them play until they drop. And then you can just take them home, swish them in the tub for a second, or don't, just put them to bed dirty. You can do it the next day. I've done it a million times with my own. So anyway, Friday night, North Lee Elementary School. Go and see Kim and Julia and have a great time. All right, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be back with Reba Terry and Chester in just a moment. Thanks for being with us.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Hello, I'm Bill Odom.
Hi, and I'm Tammy Odom.
We want to invite you to join us on Joyous Living Today for interviews, testimonies, and gospel music by special guests and Dixie Sunshine.
Right here on WTNB, Sundays at 4 p.m. and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Jesus, Jesus, the light of the world.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Welcome back. Tennessee Valley this morning. Chester, Rutledge, Leon Bowman back with you again, along with the beautiful Kim Palo. And, of course, the very beautiful Reba Terry's joined the show today. We're going to talk to Reba a little bit, but before we do, Reba, if you can just give me just a minute, just humor me for just a minute, if you will. I want to tell everyone's out there watching that, of course, WTNB, which is the station you're watching right now, if you didn't know, it'll be broadcasting a block party, and that's going to be tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. on WTNB, the station you're watching right now. They're also going to be showing the documentary on the Tall Betsy, which is her 25th anniversary for Tall Betsy been around here. Now, we ain't seen Tall Betsy for a few years, but I'm thinking maybe tonight we may see her some, hopefully. I dated her once, but that was a long time ago because, see, I'm a player. Like I told you, I got away with all the women. Tall Bessie is no exception. So, block party tonight live, 7 to 10 p.m. Block party starts at 5 o'clock. You can make your way down there, and then you can be on TV at 7 o'clock. And then it'll rebroadcast about 678,000 times in the month of November. So, but I just want to get that. Thank you for humoring the ladies and let me get that out, that information right there. And I just got.
Well, we're just glad you're here, Chester.
Well, I'm glad to be here with you lovely ladies. I'm so glad to be here.
You're just a joy.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much.
You know, sometimes Joe gets a little testy, and he's.
Joe does get a little testy, but he's got some reason there, Kim. Now I've known Joe for a long time. He's got reason to be testy every now and then. He's got some problems, emotional problems. Usually, some emotions. Here I go sitting like a lady again, but it's just because it's comfortable. But listen, now let's talk. We got to get serious for just a minute because Reba got some interesting stuff to talk to us about.
We are so glad. Thank you, Reba, for coming. So, I mean, I didn't realize when I asked you that Chester was going to be sitting in today, but he is.
But you're loving it.
I'm loving it. He is a jewel.
Next time.
Yes, you'll ask next time. But thank you so much for coming to be with us this morning.
Pleasure.
I just love it when she's here. The other day, it came over. The email system came over and that the caring place had a need, and you guys had a need for a monitor. You needed a monitor, and so I saw it when it came over, and I was like, oh, I'll just call Reba and I'll have her come on the program and we'll get her that monitor. How long did it take for you to get it?
About 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes, you know. And I'm like, well, here's a lot of stuff you could, but it just jarred my mind. And thank you, Cleveland, for being so wonderful with the Caring Place and being such great supporters. But you guys do have a great ministry, and we are so glad you're here this morning.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be with you and your listeners.
Good. And
viewers. And Chester.
Now you're talking about a monitor there. Now I've monitored a lot of things in the past, and I could have been a monitor. I'd have gladly volunteered for that position, but apparently they got somebody to be a monitor just like that.
I bet you were a hall monitor in school.
I was a hall monitor in school. Yes, I was, and I also made sure everybody didn't bust their milk cartons after they got done drinking their milk, because you know how loud that is, echoing through the school halls. But go ahead, let's continue.
All right, Reba, tell us a little bit about the Caring Place and what you guys do, and we're so glad that you got a monitor before Joe came, or Chester came. I'm sorry.
Yes. Don't confuse me with that.
I keep confusing. I keep calling you baby and honey too.
Oh dear.
I know.
Okay. I don't mind that. It's just a Joe thing we got a problem with. But go ahead.
As long as I don't start doing that, we're good.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, honey. Go ahead and tell us about what you got there, baby.
Okay. Well, for viewers who may not be familiar with the Caring Place, let's start right there really
quick. That's a great place to start.
We are a faith-based nonprofit organization. We distribute food and clothing, diapers, to individuals in our county that are economically disadvantaged. We've been in existence about 12 years now, and we are very excited about the opportunities that have come our way to help our brothers and sisters in Christ here who are in need. We have several programs that are in existence that, in addition to the food and clothing, probably the first thing that came along in addition to that would be Diaper Love, which some of you may have seen in the newspaper recently, a real push for disposable diapers. This is a local nonprofit that is spearheaded by Brenda Lawson and her board of directors. Very successful program that was begun in May of 2011. We're seeing about some 300 children a month.
Oh my goodness,
qualifying,
truly.
Yes. It requires that the parents provide documentation of their income, their residence. They have to show the child's birth certificate, which would show that they have custody of that child. Sure. They can have up to 2 children on the program. Each child receives up to 12 gifts. That's a gift of diapers once a month for 12 months. If a third child comes along, I'm sorry, it's a cap of 2 children.
Okay, now what if one of the children outgrows diapers? Is it just the diaper age that or how many are in the family?
It's the number in the family. So if, say for instance, if you have a child who is already in size 6, which I think is the largest size that we distribute.
Okay.
So they're already in size 6, and you think they're going to be potty trained in 3 months. If you anticipate that you may have a third child, you might want to wait and use 12 gifts for child number 3 rather than
so it's
3
just,
gifts.
Okay, so you can have as many children in the home as whatever you have. It's just according to how many are in diapers. You can only have 2 in diapers that the program will assist with.
And that's not 2 at a time, that's 2 total.
2 total.
So,
okay, I got you. Once, so right.
Okay.
Okay, great.
And so there has to be some guidelines, and so
sure there
anyway,
does.
They are receiving beginning November 1st, which would be tomorrow, right? They will receive 90 diapers a month. Has been 60 for a while. We had to cut back for a little bit, but we've been blessed. So 90 diapers a month for those children. So, you know, a lot of people think that food stamps or WIC provides diapers, and they don't.
Right.
And so this is just a great benefit that we can
diapers
provide.
are necessary.
They are
indeed. This is not a luxury item. This is a necessary item. Now, how would a person out there watching, you know, say that they want to donate, that they want to be a part of this program, that they maybe struggled or they just have the means that they're saying, okay, I want to help with that program. What can they do?
Okay. If they want to just donate diapers, they can bring them to the Caring Place, or they can take them to the Ocoee Corporate Center there, Brenda Lawson's office on at 3855 North Ocoee Street. If you have a financial donation for Diaper Love specifically, it needs to go to Post Office Box 2370 in Cleveland 37320. It's just if you want to look at the website for Diaper Love. You know,
just Google it. Just Google the Caring Place, and you probably can go, and you can probably have a link that will go there to that. Too. And which ones are the diapers that you use the most of? I mean, is it the newborns because they go through so many, or kind of when they get to like 12 months? Like, you know,
size 3 and 4.
3 and 4, when they get a little bit bigger and their voiding is bigger.
Yes.
And more often, should I say. What do you think? What do you think their chest?
Well, I
was afraid you were going to ask him.
I was just sitting here. I was just wondering for some folks that, well, I'm just quite embarrassing, but some folks like me that may need some adult diapers. We don't have adult diapers down there, do we?
Well, not on a regular basis.
Okay, well, that kind of answers my question.
We might save some aside once in a while for.
If you would, I'd appreciate that. Just one is all I need. One a week. That's all I need.
I don't even want
more information.
Way too much even for me.
They hold a lot, if you know what I mean. But go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, Reba, what other program do you have out there that you want to tell us about?
All right. Well, there has also been some press lately about our Sack Pack program that began in January of this year. And we have several flyers that we have put together that
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That helps folks to understand a little bit about how this program works. This Sack Packs are packages of food that we provide weekly to 3 elementary schools, Waterville, Valley View, and Black Fox, to children who are at risk of hunger over the weekends. This was made possible through a grant from the United Way Bradley Endowment Fund, the grant from the Cella Bradley Memorial Hospital. These are some of those dollars. And it's the grant is such that it decreases 20% a year. So for our grant for 2013 will be 80% of what we had this year. And so we're always looking for ways to make sure that we can sustain this program once the grant is gone.
I think this is my favorite program. I mean, I really do. It really touches my heart because I remember when my kids were in school, you know, we didn't see that so much, Chester, when we were young, or that we didn't know about it. We didn't really realize how many kids were going home hungry. And then there's been such a widespread, even on the Food Network, they had the cafeteria ladies, and they're the ones that really know. And this is a great program that sends home 2 meals a day, right? For the weekend, it sends enough for a lunch and a dinner, or a breakfast and a lunch for Saturday and Sunday.
That's correct.
And this is stuff that doesn't need to be heated in the microwave. It doesn't need a can opener. This can all be done by an elementary school age child, to where if they need to hide this, and it's sad that that's out there, but it is. And either from siblings or from even parents or relatives that are in and out of the house. And this is just a great program, and it's very discreet. How do they do this as far as to get it to their homes?
What happens is that the teacher or the counselor in those schools will place this bag in the child's backpack while the child is at recess or outside of the classroom. They come back and it's in their backpack, and unless the child wants to reveal it, and some of them do, they're very proud of them.
Tickled to death.
Then it is discreet, and the child is protected in that way. Many people don't realize the need in our community. I mean, we're so blessed in so many ways right here in Bradley County, but statistics from 2010 tell us that 26.4% of our children are at or below poverty.
Right, so that's more than 1 in 4. So when you see 4 kids out on the playground together, one of those, is hungry.
Exactly.
So that just breaks my heart.
We have 3 other schools that have requested the program, and so there's plenty of room to grow. We would love to be able to do that, but that requires additional assistance to do that. But
so now what does it cost? Let's put it out there, guys. This is something we can really get behind. What does it cost to feed a child?
At this point in time, we're still able to purchase food at the food bank for the sack pack. So we're able to provide a sack for $5 a weekend or $20 a month. So for $200, that's for a school year, you can sponsor a child, make sure that child has food over the weekend,
right?
Or a one-time gift.
Now you can do it at $200, or you can do $20 a month. We've all got $20. I mean, come on. I mean, Chester, you probably lose $20. Well, I don't know. You probably know every nickel you've ever made.
I've got it in my pocket. Every nickel I ever made is in my pocket.
There's one in there. And so, but no, this is a great program to get behind. $20 a month that will support a child for a whole month. Or you can, hey, we'll take more than $20. They'll take more than $200.
Yes.
They'll take whatever you have to give. What about just food in general? Now, will you take the food for these, or is there some guidelines, because this is going to children, that it has to be, bought by you? I just don't know.
No, it doesn't have to be. It's just that we try to make them as consistent and similar to each other as possible, so that consistency of making sure they all have similar items in them and so forth. So,
now, what are some of the items that go in there?
Okay, we have the picture here that I have has 2 boxes of juice, and this is 100% juice. It's not Kool-Aid or Capri Sun or whatever. It's 100% juice. There's 2 cartons of milk. This is shelf life milk, kind of like the Yoo-Hoos, except it's real milk and not chocolate. The cereals are not the sugar kind. They're great grains or Fiber One. I know that kind of probably sounds crazy, but cereals and oatmeal, things that the children can eat that aren't just
full
sugar.
Of vitamins, that they need.
We have a container of applesauce and peaches, and then there's 2 cans that are Beanie Weenies and ravioli type foods. There's a fast macaroni and cheese that can be prepared in a microwave, and then some raisins and some fruit, little chewies,
little gummy things.
Yes. Okay, so those are types of the items that the
and
children have.
all the cans are the pop tops,
yes.
So that they don't have to they don't have to see anybody about doing it. But at the same time, they can warm it up. The macaroni and cheese, I think you just put milk in that stuff, or water.
I think it's just water.
I hadn't tried. They didn't have that when Joe and I's children were little there, Chester.
Thank goodness.
That's all they had.
That's all they would have eaten. I know this couple right here.
Now, what else, Ree? But that just happens to be my little thing.
Yeah, I brought it because I knew it was. A really interesting thing that ran across our desk recently was the concept of food deserts. And Julie, our administrator, wrote an article in our last newsletter, and I won't share all of it, but has what is a food desert? The Healthy Food Financing Initiative defines a food desert as a low-income census tract where a substantial number or share of residents have low access to supermarket or large grocery stores. And the Caring Place, sits right on the edge of a food desert in Bradley County. And it's just amazing that we have so many people who don't have access to the big box stores. So that means that they are depending on fast food, convenience store type foods, smaller stores that are more expensive. There's less fresh foods available, and it's just the access to healthy and low cost food is just not there. And so we consider ourselves as an oasis at the edge of that desert to help folks to make enough food to last throughout the month. So interesting concept.
Yes, it is. It is. And you never think about that, but you know, when you don't have the gas to go into town, you know, and I don't think we'd heard that statement going into town, but it really is a process sometimes for these people that live out into the county, into the, you know, the more rural areas out there. Yes. And
well, that's funny because I've got enough gas to get me to Pittsburgh. That's just, I'm just talking real right now. I'm just talking real. But.
We appreciate it. We do. We appreciate you so much. But we appreciate you, Reba, and everything that you guys are doing. I'm not sure about the Oasis. Is there something we can do to donate to? Are you bringing things close since you guys are there on that borderline, that there's more fresh items that you are going to have available, or rides, or how are you going to work with?
Well, what we have access now, or we have in our food warehouse, we have a walk-in freezer and a walk-in cooler. We've not always had those things. So we can accept food donations of any type. And so folks have fresh, of course this time of year there's not a lot of fresh things, but in the summertime, think on that, gardens and fruit from trees and so forth, things that we could use. We could have a way now to preserve it a little longer than we did at one time. But consider when you're shopping, just pick up a few extra items that might help our folks through. We're distributing some 35,000 pounds of food a month right here in Bradley County. So any help that you could give us would be appreciated.
All right, Reba, tell us where you're located, where they can drop it off.
Okay.
We're about to hit the mark here.
130 Wildwood Avenue Southeast. We're right as you leave Inman Street onto Wildwood. We're right there on the right. We are, mornings are best, 9 to 12 as far as to drop off things. Our phone number is 472-4414, or you can find us online at thecaringplaceonline.org.
Thank you so much for being with us and for being here with Chester. Chester is he's a delight.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's what my mom always says to me.
I know, she almost named you Delight, didn't she?
She did.
I know she did. Reba, thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And guys, I mean, this is a great, you know, local community organization to get behind. Again, when you make this split right there on Inman and Wildwood, they're right to the, before it goes back into the one or the two-way again, right there. They're right over there on the right-hand side. Go by any weekday morning and donate food, money, anything that you can think of, they have a need for, and they will be so appreciative. And we are thankful to you. Thank you so much, Reba, for everything. Oh yes, and the tax deductible. It's about that time, guys. Can you believe it? It's Halloween today. Comes Thanksgiving, and we're around the corner to the new year with the taxes. So yes, it is. So thank you so much, Reba.
Thank you.
We just love having you here, and we'll look forward to having you back. And you have a great Halloween tonight, and get all the candy you can get. That's right. Be very safe. And we will see you back soon. Right. We love having you here.
Thank you.
So, Joe?
Nice to meet you, Reba. Hope to see you again. I'll get down there and get that diaper. I need, like I said, one per week. Not a box, just one. All right, so we're going to go commercial? I guess that's what they do.
Yeah, we're going to go to commercial. We're going to come back with Ron Moore, who is another player.
I love him.
And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to stay in this or not. I really don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through, but I'm going to try. So, guys, go get another cup of coffee and come back and join us with Tennessee Valley this morning.
See you right back here.
amazing.
Great local sports right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television. Keep up to date on all your Walker Valley sports news Wednesdays with the Walker Valley Sports Zone. Get a behind-the-scenes look at all the local high school area football with the pregame Thursdays at 10. And it's a Friday night tradition. Football Friday, every Friday night at 11 o'clock, right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Thank you for coming back. Chester Rutledge, Leon Bowman with you, CRLLD. I'm sitting here with my lovely Kim Palo because Joe is taking a day off because it's Halloween. He's got to get ready for the block party live tonight, 7 to 10. And we are joined by Ron Moore, who I love to death. Ron Moore knows just about everybody and everything about everybody. What he doesn't know, he makes up. Ron, appreciate you being here. I know you're here every Wednesday. We appreciate you coming by.
Well, thank you there.
Chester.
So it's Chester. I know, Ron, you don't know me.
He's a player.
I'm a player, as my hat says, player, but I'm a player. Women love me like they do you too. I know women love you too. But go ahead and talk to us about what you've got today, because I know it's very interesting.
Well, it's Halloween.
It is
Halloween. And I'm going to talk about some local ghost stories or hauntings and things here. And there's a couple up in the Charleston area I'd like to talk about. I want to talk about the big flood that happened up there, and in 1867 it washed away some of the tracks and a big train wrecked.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
And there was 20, 30 people died, and they didn't have hospitals back then in Charleston or in Bradley County even, so they took them to people's homes in the area, and they laid them on porches and different things, and they found all the bodies except one. But later on, Dr. J. Lake McClary had actually found the body.
Oh.
And he decided to keep it for himself.
Well, there you go. Can't blame him.
So he cleaned it up real good and hung the skeleton up in his office. And then things started happening. Things started moving and things.
Bump in the night?
Yes, and then people along the railroad tracks would see this monk in his cloak walking up and down the railroad tracks. And in 1932, they tore the building down And inside the wall, they found the monk's cloak and his rosaries beads there.
And, monk was on the train, right? Is that
yes,
what you're saying?
from Baltimore.
And he was from
Baltimore. He was on there for a monk?
Yeah, for a monkey.
What?
A monk, yeah.
I've been on a train for 2 months before, but never just on one monk. But
one monk, yeah, I got it. Duh. But it still has been seen around the area there, the ghost of the monk. But my most favorite story there was the vampire of Charleston.
No, there's not.
Oh, yes. It's related to a couple guys up and around Tennessee, the Odom brothers. They made furniture, and later the chairs started becoming known as vampire chairs. And they had tall wooden chair, and they started selling around the area, and they eventually got very big and this little lady up here in Charleston lived up on the bluff looking out over the Hiawassee River, got a couple of the vampire chairs. She was a quiet lady. No one knew who she was. She was really a nobody. She was murdered by her neighbors. And this is in the 1840s. And in 1917, up on Upper River Road, they started redoing the road up there, and they discovered a body of a woman face down in the dirt. So when you're buried and you're evil, they put you face down. But when they pulled her out, she was petrified. The minerals in the water.
Scared to death.
Yeah. And when they turned her over, there was a stake through her heart, like you would kill a vampire. And all this is petrified. And the stake was one of the legs off the vampire chair.
Oh.
So the natives just got worried up there that she was a recluse up there, and then she had vampire chairs and thought she might be a vampire. She could be, but it was okay because they did the stake through the heart, so they did the right thing.
Like I said, and the people's name was Eli and Jacob Odom. They made these chairs all around the area, and then her house fell in disrepair, and people stole everything out of it. And people got the remaining chair, and it went through hotels and other people's houses around here, and it didn't stay in anybody's house long. They got rid of the chair.
Oh, really?
So now, but that's.
Well, who wants a three-legged chair?
Oh, not me. And but now, in this area, you've probably in every neighborhood growing up, there was probably a story about something in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There was, some kind of booger.
Right, the boogeyman's out
there. The boogeyman's out there, and stories like Tall Betsy, right. And there was a lady in the area called Tall Sally or Black Sally, and these were things that keep kids out of the woods or out of the swamp or out of an area, and they always come out at dark. So this is another way to get your kids home.
That's right.
So it's all just.
I'm ready to go home now. I'm scared.
And so, there are traditions like that all around. All these true stories, they're written about, they're folklore. We don't know if they're true or not. We've been doing a lot of studying about the vampire and the vampire chairs. We know that the chairs are real.
Vampires are real?
Yep. And the stake through their heart apparently will kill them.
Well, apparently it did. Right. But, now, you said that they stole everything from her house and that, because it went to disrepair. Did they know that she was dead? I mean, she was just missing? And they didn't call CSI or anything?
Well, they didn't have a lot of DNA testing back then and ground searching radar. But the house just fell in and deteriorated, and everything had been stolen out of there. And like I say, the lady had disappeared, and they believe it was the lady that was called the vampire lady, buried out. And there's a Mr. Truitt owned the property where she was found. But it's actually out in the roadway, and it was a great place. The clay packed it down around her, then the waters with the certain minerals we have around here preserved the body into a petrified form.
No kidding. Well, is that true? Is that for true?
Well, it's in many stories.
Where is that petrified body now?
Well, we don't know that. We're actually
scared to death.
And there are other.
It's in the woods with the
been frightened to death. It's all petrified and scared.
At Stamper's downtown, there's supposed to be a ghost in Stamper's furniture store.
That's Joe Stamper.
Yeah, Joe Stamper. Yeah, he's ghostly himself, but. And of course, the mausoleum has the red marble. It's supposed to bleed. And of course, that's a great story. Actually, in actuality, it's a marble that has a red vein through it, and
I don't believe that. I believe it's the blood. I believe
you
it's
believe
bleeding.
it's blood?
Yes, I believe it's bleeding.
So that's just another
I believe that since I was a small child.
So, but, and also that your mom probably warned you some of the things is look out for guys like Chester.
Right.
And that's a folklore.
She said,
that's only if you see us in the woods with the boogers. Now, other than that, I'm fine.
Hanky will take care of that.
That's what I was thinking. When you were mentioning that, I'm thinking handkerchief, napkin, tablecloth.
Chester, what's your favorite ghost?
My favorite ghost of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'd have to say Casper.
Casper. He was
a friendly ghost.
He was a friendly ghost, and I knew him well. Casper and I were good friends. And but Casper is probably.
I'm fond of Bell Witch, but she wasn't actually a witch. But they just called it the Bell Witch. And I went to go to her cave a couple weeks ago. We're actually going to go to the Bell Witch cave. It's closed on Tuesdays.
Oh. It's closed on Tuesdays?
Yeah, and that's the day I was there, of course.
That's when you went?
Yes,
I know. That's how I always go out to Ocoee Dam Deli.
Now, why is it closed on Tuesday?
Well, even spooks need a break.
Well, that's true, I guess.
And so at the block.
Where is this? Where is this?
It's in Adams, Tennessee.
In Adams.
Right.
Where's Adams? I don't know.
Robertson County, where the Red River runs through.
The Red River runs through.
Oh.
Wow.
But you go up towards Clarksville. If you're going up I-24 up towards Clarksville, you'll see the Adams family, the Adams exit, and go out there. And it's a beautiful area. There's a lot of soybean, and they grow tobacco, and they had the big tobacco barns that they smoke the tobacco. So you can smell that for miles, and the smoke goes through the area. And the old church where Mr. Bell was thrown out of the church because he had cheated someone out of some land, which they believe may have been Miss Bates, and the witch may have been Miss Bates. But that's you read all that. Miss Bates was still alive long before that, and so she hadn't died, and so.
Now that wasn't in relation to Norman Bates.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Norman.
Norman's a little bit.
Whang, whang, whang.
Yeah,
with the knife and all like that in the shower and all.
Yeah, I think they called him a psycho, didn't they?
Psychedelic.
Psychedelic, yes.
Psychedelic, yeah.
You having fun yet? Give some directions.
I'll do the directions.
Right,
I know, they're making.
So where will you be at the block party tonight?
Where you mean WTM, baby?
Yeah, TM.
That's a very good question, Mom. Bag you asked that. WTMB going to be broadcasting live at the block party from 7 to 10 o'clock. Well, you didn't ask that. We're going to be on the south end of the courthouse. When you look at the south end, that's the back side. To the left side, the back side, the courthouse is going to be WTMB. You see the lights, cameras.
Right across the street from Stampers. We'll be there right on the corner.
Right where the ghost is, Joe Stamper.
Would that not be the north end of the courthouse?
Is that the north side?
That would be the north end.
That would be the north side of the courthouse, according to Ryan. But it's going to be on the left, right there. If you're looking at
I think it'll be the only television station on one of the corners.
Well, that's very true. That's very true.
You may have to walk around twice to find us.
To find, you can see it, but see it sitting right there with the lights and camera and all that, just like I said and everything.
Will Chester be there?
Chester, I'll probably be there. Joe and I have been talking about a lot of things. We're getting in business together, another little business we're going to be doing. I'll tell you about that later. But I probably will be there, Ryan.
You're not that guy they called Chester the Molester, are you?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
You was acquitted, right?
I was acquitted. I was acquitted a long time ago when I got caught. I was acquitted back then and there. You know what I'm saying? But not anymore. They come call
We got to go, guys.
Is that it? That all for the show? Well, happy Halloween. Glad to be with you today. Joe will be back, I guess, next week. Won't be lovely Kim?
Yes,
the lovely Kim. I'm going home with Kim tonight. And so we'll just see you. We'll just see you some other time. Bye.